Hello and welcome. I am Bobby and this is Bobby's World. Now I thought I'd do just a little Q&A. I've had some people asking about my water supply. As far as my water supply, I just have like water bottles in my van here and there. At the end of the video I'll show you my van and where they are. But I don't need like a big huge tank. I set up my toilet and then wash my face, brush my teeth. All that water gets put into the bag, and then in the morning again, freshen up and tie that bag, and then that bag just gets thrown in a dumpster somewhere. So for those of you that are wondering, last night I did spend the night in the parking lot at a Marriott, and none of the other vehicles had any parking permits or parking passes on them, so I was good. I was great. And then around 4 o'clock in the morning I could hear all of the traffic on the freeway, and basically people leaving to go on with their days. But I didn't have any issues, no security, and none of the other cars had like parking permits, so I felt like I wasn't going to be bothered. So another question people are asking, of course, Wally is with my friend Dana, and I did upload a short of Wally and how he's doing. He's very old, he's very fragile. Living in a van is not going to be ideal for him at all. The question that's been pondering everybody's mind is my husband. Will he return? At this point, I have no idea. I really have no idea. People ask how I got to living in my van. How I got here? Well, my husband quit his job, and I know he thought that he'd be able to get a job right away. In quitting his job, that was our major income. My job wasn't enough to support the household. We extinguished all of our savings as he continued to look for jobs daily. He had interviews, didn't meet the requirements, or didn't get the call back. So, a year had passed and we were struggling a lot. We began to sell items within the house, and I took on as much extra work as I could. My husband was very frustrated, feeling rejected. I guess, for him, he's never been out of a job this long. I was stressed. I was working long hours. I was doing field trips. I was doing any odd jobs that I can get. School, homeschool, field trip, whatever. I was working every day, late at night, up early in the morning. I was exhausted, but it had to be done. Trying to save the house, trying to support us. We were renting, and we were in Arizona at the time. And I had been doing, if you see from my previous videos, I had been doing the SUV and exploring Arizona and sleeping in my Kia Sorento. So I was into it, but then reality hit, and I told my husband we're gonna end up losing the house, and I don't want to be evicted, so we need to just give it up. Looking at all these trees, aren't they so beautiful? I love being out in nature. I had debated whether to go to the beach today, but it's a little chilly, so I just found this park, and it's pretty. The point came that we made the decision that we would probably end up just sleeping in the car. I got my 2017 Dodge Grand Caravan and started getting ready just to be living in it. His mom didn't like the idea, and she had suggested that he just go back to India and look for a job while he's there here in the US, and that I would go and stay with one of my children. Now, don't get me wrong, I have children all over the place, but I like my van, I like my space, I like the home that I've made of it. I have my freedom. I can drive here, there, I can sleep anywhere and explore, and I have my job. So I stay close to my job, and my children all live far from where my job is. So, Florida, North Carolina, Colorado. So this works out. Anyway, when the time came and we had to be out of the house, I told my husband, yeah, you know what, we should just take your mom up and you should just go back to India, because I just felt living in the van would be too cramped for him. He likes to smoke, he likes to cook. He doesn't drive, so he would be trapped in the van all day while I'm working. And I thought that was not, he was going to end up being cranky, and I didn't want to be walking on eggshells. So his mom's idea just seemed like the right thing because of his frustration and him feeling rejected, and it was taking a toll on him and it was taking a toll on our marriage. You know, there was arguments, and it just got to that point where, you know, we're gonna end up hurting each other if we lived in the van. You know, I drive, you don't. You're gonna get upset, angry, walk out, and I'm probably gonna take off and drive and hide. So yeah, we came to that decision. So he's in India. I don't see him returning. I really don't. As long as I'm in the van, I think that there's no room for him in my life. And so I really don't think for him to come and live in this teeny little van that I love so much, that I've made my space, and I sleep peaceful. I enjoy the life that I have, but I don't think he can be a part of that life. So only time will tell. But right now, his mom needs him more than I do. And, you know, I just passed that test, and now I'm actually a driver. So now I'm be making more money for whatever comes my way. And upgrading, getting tune-up, whatever maintenance is needed on my car, my home. So, but that's basically how I got here. So I did get my microphone, and I did get a cell phone cover for my Samsung phone that I'm planning on using. Now I have one more thing that's going to be delivered at Amazon Fresh today, which is going to be a cell phone holder thing so that the cell phone's not in my hand. So what I'm going to do now is I'm probably going to go over to a more open area so that I can maybe show you some of the van and what's going on. I have some little issues. Also show you that water, where it is on my bus. Show you where the water is in my van, and maybe have more of an open space, because you can see there's cars on both sides of me, and this is a pretty busy park. There's a lot of kids, so I guess a lot of people had the day off today. I mean, or they're homeschooled. But this is a nice little area where I am. Let me flip the camera. A nice little area, and then up over there is like a gated community. But it's a nice little area. It's Tustin, California. And this park is called Heritage Park. But I got cars on both sides. So, yeah. Let's go somewhere else. Okay, if you can see, there's some water there, along with some cleaning supplies, extra cup, my shoes, my clipboard, and my jacket. But there's some water there. Here we have my food. So there's more water there, which gives me access from the front. And some cereal. I gotta do something with these curtains. And this thing here keeps coming undone. And I'm noticing this screw is coming out, which is, this thing is really wobbly. So I need to come up with some kind of a solution on this. I don't know why it keeps coming undone. But I need to maybe get some wood glue and take care of that, because this free little piece of furniture needs to last. So there's water there. So there's the answer to the water supply. Okay, I did want to share this. I know other people have commented about this.
And it's blah. Yeah, moisture eliminator. So this is taking the moisture out of the air in the van so my windows are not fogging up at night. And I haven't had a chance to show you, but tonight, after our bedtime routine and I wake in the morning, I'll try and remember to show you that the windows are not fogging up ever since I've added this. And what I do is I just put it inside my basket that's right there and forget about it. And this plant is kind of covering it. But yeah, so this I bought at the Dollar Tree, $1.25. There you go.
Can you smell popcorn? That's going to be your first clue as to where I am. So I'm basically just killing time waiting for my Amazon order to arrive at the Amazon Fresh store. And that could be between now and 10 p.m. 1 o'clock in the morning, and you see no fog. So that moisture eliminator really does work. Until next time.